So the game I'm playing today is called We Are Doomed. I mean, in the current world climate, it sure feels that way sometimes. But if you don't know what this game is, this is a twin-stick shooter that plays in a very similar manner as Geometry Wars. I don't really know what else I could compare this to. Kind of feels like a love letter to Geometry Wars in a way, but it does kind of do its own unique things as well. Like, for instance, you don't actually fire bullets in this game, you have a giant laser beam that you use to kill enemies, and I don't believe there's any power-ups to collect in this game, aside from collecting a bunch of colorful cubes that you can use to power up your laser beam so that you can unlock something called the super beam, which is effectively just like a more powerful version of your laser beam, but it only lasts for a few seconds. It's kind of like a supercharged laser beam, essentially. But yeah, I mean, there's not really that much to this game. It's basically just like a very fast-paced, very frenetic, twin-stick shooter. It has no narrative elements whatsoever, and I mean, to be fair, Geometry Wars doesn't either. But yeah, this game is essentially just fast-paced arcade shooting action, and with that being said, we are going to play it, but first of all, just a little history regarding this game. So this game is not new at all. This originally came out back in 2014, so it is not a new game by any stretch of the imagination. It's been out for almost a decade now. It's another game created by Vertex Pop, and the reason why I say another is because I've actually covered one of Vertex Pop's other games on my channel in the past, and that game was Graceful Explosion Machine. Indeed, We Are Doomed was developed by the same Canadian indie game studio that was also responsible for creating Graceful Explosion Machine, which I really did like. I really did enjoy that game, and I had wanted to cover that game for quite some time, up to the point when I finally did decide to cover it. If I'm not mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong about this, We Are Doomed was the first commercial release from Vertex Pop, because this came out long before Graceful Explosion Machine. And from what I can tell, it seems as though this game was received pretty positively. There's not that many Steam reviews for this game. In fact, this game only has about 20 reviews on Steam, and it's been available on Steam since 2015, because I think this game originally came out on itch.io before it made its way to Steam. But I think most, if not all of the reviews that this game received on Steam were actually positive, and the game does have a pretty good rating on itch as well. The game does technically have more ratings on itch than it does on Steam. So yeah, I just wanted to check this game out today. I'm probably not going to be playing this game for too long though, because this game only has 2 different game modes, and the 2 game modes that are in this game don't really differ that much from each other. If you're wondering why I chose to play this game today, it wasn't necessarily because I wanted to cover something else from Vertex Pop, although Vertex Pop did release another game that I have also been meaning to check out for a while. That video will probably come at a different time. But I actually discovered this game through a massive bundle that was being given away on itch recently. Specifically, it was the bundle for Ukraine, because as you guys know, there is a terrible humanitarian crisis going on in Ukraine right now. Needless to say, the people over there need some serious help at the moment. And there was an indie dev on itch.io who organized a bundle for Ukraine, where all of the proceeds would be going to humanitarian causes in order to help the people of Ukraine. That bundle ended up raising about $6 million, and I did actually donate money to the bundle. If you were to donate $10 to the bundle while it was still going on, because unfortunately that bundle has now ended, but if you did donate to that bundle while it was still active, you would be receiving about 600 indie games. And I did donate money to the bundle, and, well, now I have a few hundred indie games in my itch library. And We Are Doomed was one of the games that was included in the bundle for Ukraine, and I wasn't really planning on ever playing this at all because it wasn't even a game that I knew Vertex Pop made, but it did look interesting, and I had been longing to play another twin-stick shooter on my channel for quite some time, so I wanted to check this out. And I will be sifting through more of the games that I picked up in the massive bundle for potential videos because, well, I feel like I'm gonna have no issues whatsoever choosing which games I want to cover for the foreseeable future now. So yeah, I just wanted to get that all out of the way. I just wanted to provide a bit of context as to why I chose to play this today. Also, this game is not just available on PC, it's also available on various other platforms, including the PlayStation 4, the Vita, the Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. As per usual, links will be in the description to where you can go and purchase the game on the platform of your choosing. But with all that out of the way, I am going to not look at the controls because I already know what the controls are. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. It's okay, I'm gonna explain how exactly the gameplay is when we actually get to playing the game, so let's go and actually play the damn game now. So I did play this a little bit off screen. Apparently the game does allow you to start back at a certain wave, like when you get to a specific checkpoint, because I can start back at wave 11 as you can see, and I managed to get all the way to level 15. So there appears to be checkpoints that are placed like every 10th wave, I'm guessing. I don't exactly know how it works. I only got to level 4 in Endless mode, because Endless mode is actually a lot more difficult than Waves mode. So in Waves mode, you're just battling through a bunch of different levels, but in Endless mode, you're battling through one gigantic Endless level. But other than that, there's not really too much of a difference between these two game modes, aside from the fact that Endless mode is significantly more difficult. So with that being said, we are gonna go to Waves mode first. So you do have 4 lives in total in this game, and most of the enemies in this game do die in one hit, as do most of the characters in Geometry Wars, or most of the enemies in that game. Yeah, so we're battling some angry alien jellyfish here, as you can see. You also have some triangular Cyclops enemies that do kind of look like the grunts from Geometry Wars. So you do have this giant laser beam that you can fire by left-clicking. I believe this is the only weapon that you actually have in the game, but you'll notice that there's a meter that's filling up at the top of the screen, and that is your super beam meter, as you can see. So once you manage to fill up the super beam meter, then, well, you can fire an even more powerful laser beam that just kills a bunch of people incredibly quickly. The way that you can fill up the super beam meter is by acquiring these rainbow cubes, which I did mention before at the start of the video. As a matter of fact, it's almost filled up already. Okay, so those enemies right there I need to be careful for, those orange ones, because they fire a giant bullet at you that actually moves really fast. Okay, so our super beam's ready. So then we can press the spacebar to activate the super beam, and as you can see, it just creates a much more powerful beam. I don't think that was a good time to actually use it because the level just ended, but yeah, thankfully it does show you where exactly the enemies are spawning in so that you don't accidentally, you know, get killed by an enemy spawning directly on top of you, because that's never fun. That is never fun at all. Yeah, and if you're wondering what I'm actually playing as, I'm playing as the little gray creature here, as you can see. It's not really a spaceship. It's more like, I don't know, some weird amoeba-like creature, which I mean, pretty much all the enemies in this game look pretty much like that, so you can definitely tell that this game was made by the same studio behind Graceful Explosion Machine, though, because it pretty much has, well, maybe it doesn't have, like, the same art style necessarily, but it does have a pretty similar art style, I would say. Yeah, this enemy right here is a bit of a nuisance, so just get him out of the picture. Get him out of the picture here. There we go. So, yeah, this game mode is definitely a lot easier than Endless mode. Because in Endless mode, the enemies never stop spawning at all. You have almost no time to, like get your bearings. You have to just keep going. You have to just keep going, you cannot stop. You just can't even stop. Also, I'm pronouncing words horribly again. Great. It certainly is feeling like a Robotnik 35 video already. Alright, so there we go. That wave is done, apparently. Yeah, so whenever you complete the waves in this game, that doesn't actually stop the enemies at the borders of the screen from spawning in, like those little like greenish yellow enemies that you might have seen earlier. Okay, well I just freaking died. Okay, so what is interesting, yeah, by the way, these blue things are asteroids. I don't believe you can destroy the asteroids under normal circumstances unless you have the super beam. So other than that, just try to avoid them at all costs, unless you have the super beam, in which case you can just annihilate them completely. Yeah, these, like, greenish-yellow enemies at the top of the screen right here. Oh my god, how did I not die? How did I actually not get boned from doing that? I will never understand. Yeah, see, these enemies, they don't despawn. Well, they do despawn at the start of the next wave, but it's like, during the level transition, they don't despawn. This is also a weird wave right here, because wave 10 is literally just a wave where you have to avoid the asteroids. You have to get your super beam charged up. I mean, we do have a little bit of a mini-boss right here, as you can see. Yeah, this guy is just gonna fire a bunch of rockets at us, and we have to try and destroy that. Destroy all the rockets before they poke us. And he just disappears and blows up after that. There we go. Okay, so our super beam's ready. Oh yeah, he does appear in the next wave, actually. He does appear again, but that's okay, because we can just absolutely annihilate everything with our super beam right here. I don't think the enemy himself can be destroyed. I think he only disappears after you, after you destroy all of his rockets. And then he just, like, implodes on himself and then he blows up. There we go. Yeah, so then you have these, oh my god, these really fast enemies that kind of, like, charge at you, I think? At least I believe that's what they're doing. You get out of here, please. Please and thank you. Yeah, they kind of charge at you, I guess. Yeah, they're weird, to say the least. They're very weird enemies. There we go, just take these guys out. I feel like I was trying to explain something earlier, but I got, like, super distracted, and now I don't even remember what I was even talking about, like, 5 minutes ago. Again, it feels a lot like a Robotnik 35 video. Okay, anyway, go away, please. Oh no, there's more enemies that are spawning in. Okay, the jellyfish, the jellies, get the frick out of here. Get the jellies out of here, please and thank you. There we go. I mean, the asteroids can also just get out of here too. Yeah, they do actually disappear at the start of at the beginning of the next level. Okay, yeah, get these rockets out of the way. I mean, this is one of those things where you do pretty much need to keep moving and shooting. Oh, good lord. Yeah, those things at the top and bottom of the screen, yeah, those things will fire a laser beam at you. You need to make sure to get out of the way of the laser beam in time, because that thing will just kill you instantly. Okay, what is even going on here? I actually haven't made it past wave 15, so this part of the game is just completely blind to me. So I don't know what's actually going on here. Okay, that's what is this pattern? What is this circuit right here? Okay, I just ran into something. That was my fault. Wow, okay, it's a lot of beams that are being directed at me. Don't like the beams. Too many beams. Oh lord, they're launching fireballs at me. Oh frick, they go through the asteroids though. That's not good. That's not okay. It's not okay in the slightest. Get out of here. There we go. Okay, that level's actually done. Okay, wave 17. That looks like a disco ball. Why is the disco ball coming after me? Okay, well, the disco ball exploded. Alright, party's over. Disco party's over. Oh, frick off. Okay, there we go. They blew up. Holy shit. Okay. Pardon my language, but anyway, I mean, I've said that word, like, numerous times in my video, so I don't know what I'm apologizing for. Actually, wait, are these guys, like, splitting apart? Oh, maybe that's what the green enemies do. Maybe they, like, split apart when I attack them. Because it looks like there were more that were spawning in. Okay. Well, 97,653. I almost got to 100,000. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there is a multiplier, or a multiplier, I should say, that increases when you kill enemies very rapidly. That's another way that you can obtain more points. I apparently got a max multiplier of 15, but I mean, that's not really something that I really pay that much attention to. Yeah, I got 65% of trinkets collected. Okay, yeah, so I think they're actually called trinkets. Yeah, that's what they're called. The cubes are called trinkets. Yeah, so you pick those up in order to in order to fire up your or I guess to power up your super beam. Okay, well, before we go to endless mode, I guess we could start back from wave 11 just to see okay, already ran into an asteroid. That's just a fantastic start. Fantastic start to this run. Yeah, but I was gonna say, I guess before we go to, I don't even know how I survived any of this. I don't even know how anything happened in the history of humanity. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but yeah, before I go to endless mode, I guess I could just see what exactly I can accomplish by starting back from wave 11. Well, we'll see here. We'll see if we can do this a little bit better. Because I'm assuming that there's probably a checkpoint at wave 21. Although I don't know if I'm gonna try and play the game up to that point. Because I imagine that most of these waves are probably just gonna be the same. Because I imagine that these are not actually, like, procedurally generated levels. I mean, the endless levels might be, but I don't know that for sure. Okay, yeah, these guys are definitely splitting apart. Yeah, because they change color whenever I attack them, and they do split into tinier enemies. Okay, so when they're fully green, then that means That means I can just straight up kill them. Okay, so they split apart. Well, I mean, there is an enemy in Geometry Wars that splits apart whenever you attack it. I don't remember what it's called. I don't think it's the spinners. Or is it the spinners, actually? No, I think it actually is the spinners, because I think the spinners do split apart whenever you attack them. And they have, like, tinier splitters that come after you. Or spinners, I should say. God, I just freaking... I'm lethargic as hell right now, I think. I certainly felt that way, like, the entire day today, but I still wanted to try and record something regardless. So whatever, man. I just really wanted to play something today. I just wanted to make another video because, well, I wanted to. Like, literally no one's forcing me to. I'm bringing this upon myself. Okay, well, I brought that upon myself as well because I have no spatial awareness. That's why. That is exactly the only reason why that even occurred to begin with. Oh my god. Here we go. Get these trinkets here. There we go. Actually grab this. Actually grab it. Oh god. Okay, wait. Don't make all the things spawn on top of me at once, please. There we go. Move and shoot. Move and shoot, as in any good twin-stick shooter, or even any good arena shooter for that matter. You just gotta move and shoot, you'll never get hit. Okay, well, I mean, I literally did stop right there, so I mean, that was my fault. Okay, good. Not even taking my own advice. This feels like a Robotnik 35 video. There we go. Disco Ball is gonna get freaking obliterated. There we go. Look at that. Look at those rainbow colors. Oh my god, that guy was coming in hot, though. Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have stayed in the corner. There we go. Just not even taking my own advice right now. Not even taking any of my own advice. You guys probably expected no less from me, and I appreciate that very much. Okay, anyway, let me try to actually see if I can grab the trinkets. If I can get the frigging... There we go, the frigging rockets out of the way. My god, so many damn rockets. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the entire game. I just want to let you guys know, like, I'm not even sure if this game has a co-op mode. I don't know if you can actually play this with more than one person. Like, I mean, I don't know if this has, like, a two-player co-op mode or anything, if it has, like, local co-op. I don't believe it does, actually. So this is a very, definitely a very simplistic sort of twin-stick shooter that kind of harkens back to the days of Geometry Wars Retro Evolved, specifically, like the original one that came out in 2005? Yeah, sometimes I forget that Geometry Wars is actually a really old game. Yeah, so I mean, what more is there to say about this, honestly? I don't really even know. Okay, that was... I'll take the blame for that one. They split apart and they poked me. There we go. Yeah, so I can't get poked more than 4 times, otherwise I will explode. Don't poke me, otherwise I will burst into flames, apparently. Oh god, avoid the asteroid. Avoid the asteroid, please. There we go. Nice. Yeah, so I will quickly show off the endless mode later on. I'm just gonna, like, attempt this one last time to see if I can actually get past Wave 17. But I think other than that, I may actually be ending the video once I show off the endless mode. Damn it. Yeah, that electricity field is it's kinda tricky here. Because you have to try and go through it, like, before it activates. Sometimes I can't always determine when exactly is the best time to actually go through it. There we go. Okay, well that level's done at least. There we go, Wave 16. Okay, I guess I also appreciate the fact that it's showing me, like, the direction in which I'm firing my laser beam, because I'm noticing some arrows that are actually coming out of my beam. I don't know if there's any way I can disable that. Oh my god, why are there so many fireballs? Wait a second. Wait a second, what are you boys doing? What are you boys doing? Oh frick, I forgot to move again. There we go. Give me all of that, please. Very nice indeed. Okay, wait, there's another one. Very good. Okay, so this is the one with the giant disco balls. Oh my god, there's so many jellyfish that spawn whenever you kill it, though. Like, when you kill the disco balls. That's what really killed Disco. I was the one who killed Disco, ultimately. Holy crap, there's so many, like, rainbow explosions all over the place. Yeah, but you can see that this game is definitely related to Graceful Explosion Machine, because it does use a very similar art style. It kind of has, like, that, you know, like that vector graphics aesthetic going on with it. Which Geometry Wars also kind of did. Okay, well, I probably would have been able to escape that if I had just, like, you know, not been dumb. Yes, that's a great explanation right there. If I just wasn't a low IQ individual, I could have gotten through that. Easy peasy. Oh my god, wait a second. Why are there so many greens? Holy frick. Okay, you guys get out of the way, please? Okay, here we go. So I guess these little guys on the circuits right here, I don't actually need to kill them necessarily. I just have to kill the main enemies here, and then I can move on. Okay, yeah, they're spawning out of that, like, weird yellow portal right over there. Okay, this is bad. Damn it. I knew it was bad, and I ran into the enemy anyway. Great. Okay, well, in that case... Yeah, I can't start back from wave 11, right? No. Well, I mean, I can start back from wave 11, but I guess... Yeah, it's gonna take my actual high score into account here, so it's just gonna say I got from wave 1 to 17, even though I did technically get to wave 19 that time. That's the furthest I've ever gotten in the game. I'm not even sure if the waves mode has an ending, honestly. I mean, the waves mode could be endless as well. I have no freaking idea, but real quickly then, before I end the video, because I am legitimately gonna be ending the video after I show this off, because I don't know what else to showcase in this game, guys. I mean, it's a very simplistic twin-stick shooter. I can also kind of tell that this was Vertex Pop's first game due to how simplistic in scope that it is. Definitely reminds me of, like, the original Geometry Wars, or, like, Geometry Wars Retro Evolved specifically in that regard. Because, again, I know that Retro Evolved is not technically the original Geometry Wars. The original Geometry Wars was the Geometry Wars minigame from Project Gotham Racing 2, but anyway, whatever, I know, I'm aware, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's a very simplistic twin-stick shooter, but I mean, it is still fun for what it is, and it's like, it's genuinely challenging, and I like that. I like it when twin-stick shooters are, like, genuinely challenging and hectic like this. And I mean, I do appreciate the fact that it chooses to keep things simple by just having you have, like, one weapon, like one specific weapon that you fire at all times, which is the laser beam right here. But then you can, like, supercharge it by collecting these shiny trinkets right here, these rainbow trinkets, which also give you additional points for the record. They do actually give you points when you pick them up. And then you can just use those trinkets to power up your laser beam temporarily to give you, like, a super beam. Okay, I'm boned. I'm actually boned. Oh yeah, by the way, this game mode only gives you 3 lives, compared to Waves, which gives you 4 lives, so it's definitely a lot more difficult to play because of that. Again, it does kind of harken back to Retro Evolved, like Geometry Wars Retro Evolved. Okay, I need to... Okay, it actually did, like, not activate. Okay, well, the asteroid is what got me there that time. I actually did get a better high score that time around. Somehow I managed to get a higher score. But yeah, I do appreciate how it chooses to keep things simple by just having one weapon at a time, like having you use one weapon at a time here. Just this little laser beam that you can fire in any direction, and then being able to charge it up and use a much more powerful version of that weapon temporarily in the form of the super beam. So, I definitely appreciate that in a way, although, to be honest, I was kind of expecting a little bit more variety, maybe just a slight more variety in the kinds of weapons that I could use. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really a big deal. Because, I mean, I do love the fact that the super beam is just so, like, OP as frick, and you can cause all sorts of, like, beautiful-looking explosions and just kill absolutely everything instantly. It looks freaking awesome. Yeah, just remember, though, that you're not invulnerable when you're using the super beam, so you have to still, like, you know, you have to maintain some kind of spatial awareness, like some form of spatial awareness, or some level, I guess. Oh my god, there is a lot of explosions. There's just explosions everywhere. Okay, I really need to do a better job at, like, actually avoiding this damn beam over here. How about I try going to the left? Go all the way to the left, or maybe just go in the center here. Just stay in the center. Oh my god. Sometimes it kind of feels like I'm playing asteroids due to the fact that I have to avoid literal asteroids as well. Oh, good lord. Please, oh, move around. Oh, don't move around there. Oh, okay, well, somebody take that man's driver's license away, because he clearly doesn't know, you know, where he wants to go. He doesn't look where he wants to go. He's gonna end up freaking murdering himself, possibly, and maybe someone else. Oh my actual god. I feel like there's actually way more enemies that spawn in the endless mode. Okay, well, I did a good job of avoiding those guys there, at least. I'll try this one more time, and then I will end the video here. There we go. Definitely feels like another just one more round kind of game. But I will be honest, though, that I feel like this one maybe doesn't have as much replay value as Geometry Wars due to the fact that it is, like, so simplistic. Maybe due to the fact that there's a rather notable lack of weapon variety here. But like I said, it's still pretty fun, and I mean, for Vertex Pop's first commercial game, just keep in mind that this game is not free. But, yeah, for their first commercial outing here, I would say it's actually quite decent. So, I mean, I do love my twin-stick shooters, you guys already know, because I've covered a bunch of them on my channel up to this point. And I did really enjoy Graceful Explosion Machine when I first covered that game on my channel like 3 years ago. Also, I can't believe it's already been 3 years since, well, since the world gone to complete crap. Oh my god, this beam is gonna be the death of me. And I mean, it's my fault because I'm choosing not to actually move out of the way of it. Yeah, so you may also notice, by the way, that there's multiple zones that you can play through in the endless mode here. So I mean, technically there are like multiple levels in the endless mode as well, but they're in the form of zones, and I don't exactly know what that means, but I apparently got to Zone 5. Oh, good lord. Okay, wait, I feel like that fireball wasn't anywhere near me, but whatever, I got a high score, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I mean, the endless mode is genuinely hard, so I mean, at least I do appreciate that about the game. I at least like the fact that there is an actual challenge here. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's pretty much the entirety of We Are Doomed, because there's, yeah, there's only 2 game modes here, Waves and Endless. Like, I basically just showed off the entire game to you guys, so that's it. We're done. I don't think it's possible to even play this in 2-player. I don't think this even has co-op of any sort. So, yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. That's We Are Doomed. Yeah, so it's still a pretty fun shoot-'em-up for what it is, but I feel like it doesn't have anywhere near as much replay value as some of the Geometry Wars games. I would still say that, you know, if you're looking for a genuinely great twin-stick shooter that'll last you like multiple hours on end, you should just go and play Geometry Wars 3, because I still feel like Geometry Wars 3 is one of the best twin-stick shooters ever made. But that being said, though, if you still want to go check this game out, the link is in the description. Well, there's gonna be a bunch of links in the description, because this game is available on a whole bunch of different platforms. Like I said, it's available on PC, but also it's available on PS4, Xbox One, the Switch, and even the Vita, so there's gonna be a bunch of links in the description to where you can buy this game on the platform of your choosing. So yeah, I feel like this game is definitely nowhere near as refined as Graceful Explosion Machine, but for Vertex Pop's first commercial outing, it's still pretty decent. I could definitely see myself coming back to this game every now and again just to try and see if I can beat my high score, or, you know, get a little further into the game than I was able to before. I managed to get to Wave 19 so far in the Waves mode. So yeah, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I feel like I've said pretty much everything that I've wanted to say regarding this game, so if you want to go buy We Are Doomed, bunch of links in the description. It's available on console and PC, and if you picked up the bundle for Ukraine while it was still being given away, then you already own this game in your itch library, so congratulations. I mean, technically there's like over 400,000 people who technically own this game now because of its inclusion in that bundle, because I think the actual amount of bundles that were sold while the bundle for Ukraine was being given away, I think the total amount of contributors was over 400,000, so technically there have been over 400,000 people who bought this game within the past, like, 2 weeks, give or take. I'm not entirely sure how many of those people are aware that they now own this game, but just in case you weren't already aware, I wanted to bring it to your attention, so yeah, there you go. An old, obscure twin-stick shooter from 2014 is now yours for the keeping if you picked up the bundle for Ukraine while it was still being given away. So, there you go. And I mean, this version is DRM free, so it's actually a lot better to own the itch version than the Steam version, but if you still want to pick up the Steam version, it'll be provided in the description. Anyway, tangents aplenty right now, so frick it, video's over, go do something more productive with your life, because I certainly need to. Like, I don't know, getting some sleep. I mean, that's probably not the most productive thing in the world, but if it's like, you know, really late at night and you actually need sleep, then you can make the argument, but anyway, that's it. I also wanted to do a shorter video today due to the fact that the last video I uploaded was almost 2 hours long, so there was also that aspect of it, and I knew that you know, because of the fact that this was a very small game, that I would be able to do a quick video on it. So, yeah, that's it. That's the end of this video, and expect a lot more videos of games from this particular itch bundle in the near future, because I'm gonna be playing quite a few of them, I feel. Anyway, thank you guys as always for watching. I'll see you in the next video I make. Later.